Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we fight the divinity in every run. So, I got a request recently that I wanted to honor. It was for an intro. I normally don't get people asking me for specific intros, but this one was both interesting and surprising, so I said, sure, why not? This request was for an update on space news. I haven't talked about space news since I think the James Webb Space Telescope launch uh, a while back at this point. So, yeah, I can give some updates. There have been some cool things that have happened recently, as well as some cool things coming up. I'll focus on those. We'll start with the thing that happened recently. The coolest thing that I think has happened recently has been the Intuitive Machines lunar lander launch and touchdown on the lunar surface. That's a pretty cool mission, and I think it was pretty likely that it succeeded, but there was a lot of risk involved, and it was good to see success there. This is an area where I think NASA is going to need help in order to deliver supplies to the lunar surface in the era of Orion and Gateway, once those do launch and become operational. So things like this Intuitive Machines lander able to get materials there, or at least get there in the first place as a proof of concept, is very important. So I wouldn't describe it as a milestone or a major deal, but it definitely, people are watching it, right? A lot of folks in the industry have been very excited about that. It's just cool to see stuff going to the moon, right? That's great, good, exciting. So yeah, that one came up recently and I think has been making some waves. As far as things upcoming to watch out for, I believe in the May timeline we're going to be getting our, what is it called, CST 100 Boeing Starliner, which is essentially a crew capsule to get folks, astronauts, back to the International Space Station. And it's another mechanism to do this through Boeing, which is great. And they're going to be doing what I believe they're calling, what is it called? Crude, a CFT. It's a crude flight test. Yes, I had to think about the exact terminology. I believe that's accurate. So the crude flight test is going to be happening in May. So this is really important because it's gone through its operational flight tests already and has succeeded at them. So now we're actually putting people on it, which is a big step because people are risky, right, inherently, but also very risky because people are in harm's way as a result. If anything goes wrong, then it could be a big problem. I also know that Boeing has gotten a lot of bad press in the news lately, and I'm not going to comment on whether it's deserved or not, but I will simply say that in the case of the systems that Boeing works on that operate with NASA, the rigor required for testing and functionality is very high. So basically, I have a lot more confidence in Boeing's space programs than I do in any of their other programs, simply because I know how thorough NASA is about making sure stuff works. There's a lot of risk that NASA takes on if any of these missions fail, especially crewed missions. So there is your space news update. One cool thing recently, one cool thing coming up. I've considered it, honestly, at one point in my career, I definitely thought about becoming like a space news YouTuber kind of. It was something I thought about where I was like, man, like there's a few people who talk about this stuff, but oftentimes it doesn't feel like it's being talked about from the perspective of someone within the industry. Maybe you get someone who's tangentially related to it, but you're not getting someone who's like literally a contractor on some of these missions, right? I feel like the insight that I provide from like a James Webb Space Telescope angle, for instance, is unique compared to what a random news person would do. But I never ended up doing that because, frankly, I don't have enough time to do that. And if I'm going to spend my time on something, it's going to be the thing I find fun, which happens to be Monster Train, which is what we're about to do. So go team. Our previous run, which brought us up to 239 wins on the series, was an absolutely insane run. Just truly nonsense. If you haven't watched it, I recommend doing so. There is a Damage Shield 6 Shadow Eater that we used. We hit an X5 event on a -1 intrinsic, or rather, was it -1? No, it was -2 intrinsic grovel. So complete insanity. We had Holdover Guardian's Amulet. Look, I know. A Holdover Shroud Mitosis, which I ultimately duped. We were generating so many morsels. It was absolutely nuts. The Capricious Reflection rolls here were nonsense, but powerful. And it's a great testament to Capricious Reflection, I think, that you're able to capitalize on weird offerings like that, right? So it's not enough to be able to play the normal run you're used to playing, right? In order to win with Capricious Reflection early, you have to be able to play the weird run you're shown. And that is a tough skill, right? I think that everyone would kind of stand to be a little stronger in their win streaking if they get some practice in with it, because when it happens you want to be able to take advantage of it. You don't want to see burnout 1 in your random banner unit and then think you've lost. You need to be looking at those other things and seeing how can I win with them. So anyway, that's enough rambling. We're moving on to Rector, which is cool. Love to see it. Great. Excellent. Hopefully we get something reasonable and strong here. And yeah, let's do it. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see what nonsense we get up to now. It almost certainly won't be as good of an episode as the previous one, but that's okay. They can't all be bangers. Yikes. Oh no, Monster Train, why? Well, I hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing a little better this week compared to some previous weeks. I've gotten a little more acclimated to some changes, gotten over some humps at work that have been real struggles. So it's not perfect, but it's better. So there's that. Anyway, today we are... Oh, man, this is going to be rough. Default Melting, Exile Hellhorned, Oops All Units. We're facing Pushback Talos, Rage Arcus, and Diligent Seraph with an entire 3 spells in my opening 22 cards. 3 out of 22. The truth is that handling Diligent is going to be impossible. We pretty much have to play all units, or I need some ridiculous spell generation here. Absolutely outrageous. I mean, it's good, right? We have Reform, we have Hallowed Drippings, so burnout lines are enabled, but Dark Calling is essentially dead on arrival here, right? Dark Calling is terrible because what the heck am I doing? I can't cultivate this deck down to a meaningful state. I have 5 Dregs, 5 Queen Zimplings, 4 Train Stewards, and 2 Welder Helpers, so okay. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Woof. Let's see what we get. Temples today are 2, 4, 6, and 8. A decent spread. Positioned pretty well around the locations as well. We've got a dupe on Steel Side on 8, nothing special. Trinket Shop with double money. Double money Trinket Shop on 7. It's a pretty good clan combo for it too, right? We can see double Extinguish, double Summons, Gurg's Goad, a lot of options there. Competes with a pretty good Magic Shop, Vortex and Cave, but double money Trinket is very high value. I like that. Good Steel Shop on 6 with Vortex and some money. In prep for that Trinket Shop, competes with a Cave plus Magic Shop. It's okay. Steel Shop, Cave, and Horde on 5. Also good. Really good steel alignment here, right? You have 5 and 6 have pretty good steals. No steel on 7, but that's okay. The 5 and 6 steals are good. The 5 steel is competing with a removal dupe, so there's that. No shops on 4 whatsoever, so I think we get double steals early because of the denial here on 4 and 7. And then there's a random Hellvent, random Remnant Banner, the Vortex. The Remnant Banner side is stronger on 4, but, you know, fair enough. Early game, it's looking like Remnant Banner on Steel side, Hellhorn Banner on Magic side, and then you get Magic side with Hellhorn Banner, Steel Shop with nothing, or, you know, health, whatever, close enough. So, tough to say what's better. It's going to depend on if we see any unit drafts or not, but hopefully we do. Oh, well, I'm going to click on Queen's Tale. Hell's Banners is also ridiculous, by the way, with this many units, but because of how many imps I have, the draw power that Queen's Tale offers plus the Ember is really good. I would love this a lot, so I'm going to take the Queen's Tale. Okay. Burnout, Rector. Dark Calling I cannot click. I think you could maybe navigate this, but it would be so bad. So I'm going to take Burnout, Rector, and that's going to be fine. We have Reform and the Hallowed Drippings. The one big perk here is I have 3, like, if I play everything in my deck, I have 3 cards. 2 Deadweights and a Wicked Blaze. So, there's that. Basically what that means is if I see the pieces for like a Votivary Infinite or something, it's going to be really easy. And thanks to Burnout Rector, I can take this Horde. I'm going to click Lost Luggage here. Collection of Tales is a little low impact. Lost Luggage at least shows me a lot of cards fast. Consumed Crown is not worth discussing here. It's not even worth thinking about. Unit Draft, yeah, click that, for sure. Give me a unit. I'd like a Hellhorned unit, maybe? I was kind of actually looking for, like, Harvest Rector would be pretty good here, right? Because we could put, like, a Horned Warrior in the back, and then, or, like, a Horned Warrior infused Rail Beater and, like, load him up or something, but it's fine. We're playing bottom floor for sure. Just send it. Pew, pew, pew. Good stuff. Double Dregs. Fine. Clears the mana back. Train Steward middle. And then we'll also play double Train Stewards up top. It's correct to do it. I can also play the Hallow Drippings right now, which I will do, because it means I have this man available for later in the run. Good. Great news. Alright, I'm going to face tank with a Queen Zimpling on bottom. Looking good. Let's sack some dregs here. I do have a Queen Zimpling I could have brought back, which is not terrible. I may as well click it, play it upstairs, let it burn out. It's fine. Sure. Okay. Hallow Drippings, sure, seems good. We'll drop in the Welder Helper and chill here, I think. Great. There's, like, no cards remaining, but we win anyway, so it's fine. I would have just brought back a big drag and played that, like, mid-floor. I mean, this would have been my turn, right? We would have had a pretty sick mid-floor, but we're good. We auto-win this, no questions. Good. It's a great ring one. Happy to see it. We're looking for options. I am going to click on the Tomb. Stealth Tomb is a great answer to Diligent here from a unit angle. So we will click Stealth Tomb. Yes. Absolutely. Rage Imp. Absolutely. Show me the Rage Imp. 100%. Cool. We also see Rail Beater. Rail Beater is definitely the pick. It's not Tycoon. Tycoon is huge value here. You just throw him downstairs, sack a bunch of guys. It's great. I would take the Tycoon if I didn't have something better. But the better thing is Rail Beater, and we click it, and we're happy. This opens up an excellent steel shop for me, which I will keep in mind. We go to the right here. Multi-strikes are online. Endless is online. They show me a large stone because Monster Train. They show me a Bounty Stalker because Monster Train. Well, sure. Sure, right? Sure. Sadly, re-rolling here is not viable. Temple. Plus 30. I mean, I think we just chill here. The Purge, I have literally three spells. Infusion-wise, I do pretty strongly think that the angle is going to be Rage Imp plus Tomb. It's not terrible to do it now. In fact, it's probably correct to do it now. We want to do the Tomb into the Rage Imp here so that I get the Queen Zimpling bonus. The reason I'm doing this, even if I don't have the Endless, is because of there's value in doing it into Talos. And I don't get the option to do it otherwise because there's no Ring 3 Temple. Let's look at this unit draft. This is good because I could see a Horned Warrior, which is great. Wow, lots of stuff. We're going to airdrop in a Rector here for sure. I think I am just going to play Bounty Stalker middle. I realize this is weird. I maybe could have done this in a different order. I could actually maybe Elevator this, right? Interesting. That is an option. Play him in front, maybe? It's kind of strange, but doable. It doesn't really help this particular setup. I do want to get Rail Beater in doing something here. I think the angle is as simple as like 4 dregs middle. 1 dreg middle does this to him, so then 2 dregs middle pops him. 3rd drag, I guess? Sure, may as well. Rail Beater up top. This is a weird one. I could have gotten this guy in middle if I'd played the other dreg on bottom and then possibly done a little better, but I'm trying to make sure that Bounty Stalker passes away early. I also think you could have just gone Rector upstairs here for sure. I'm going to go ahead and drop the Hallow Drippings here. I think that's fine. Sure. Do I want to put a train steward upstairs? I'd rather relevantly reform Rector. I'm going to let it go. I think it's fine. Ah, I knew it. I knew we'd get it. But I can at least do some stuff with the Queen Zimpling here, can't I? It's true. Yeah, it's true. It's not ideal, but it's doable. Now, we do get big upgraded man. I could have gotten this collector, which is a big bummer. I think we do want to welder helper upstairs here. Not in love with this upgraded forged disciple. I think it is got to be welder helper upstairs. I'm also looking at some damage here. I'm going to put this dragon front now. He'll take the hit from this redirector. We let it sit, I think. Yeah, a little bummer, but it's okay. I do get Wicked Blaze here, which is pretty cool. I could play the Fledgling Imp upstairs and let it get swept out. Interesting. I could also potentially play this downstairs and let Rector carry the combat as an option. I'm a little interested in whether or not I Wicked Blaze here for the Bounty Stalker, or if I go in on the Fledgling Imp. I think I'm doomed to leak a lot here. I of course can play them both as long as I imp first because of the Queen's Tail. I forgot to say that. So I could go downstairs, draw into something, and then also play the Wicked Blaze, which is maybe accurate. This guy will be doing a good chunk. All right, yeah, that's accurate. We're going to play this top floor here, I think. Yes. Right, they both die because of spikes. That's acceptable. I Wicked Blaze back Bounty Stalker. He does 33. The reason I wanted to do it this way is because he absolutely pummels this Disciple to a point where the Rail Beater kills. Do I Hallow Drippings here? No. No, I don't. I redraw now. We see what we get. I think we just airdrop in the Welder Helper here. Top floor, I'm going to take, it looks like 3 damage, and that's going to have to be okay. I could potentially push past it. Well, I mean, I could actually push past this. Interesting. I will actually push past this. I think it's correct. This at least saves 2 health. I could have done this in a different order, potentially, actually. I could have put the second one in the back. Oh, it wouldn't have done it. 11 damage. Anyway, drop in the Welder Helper downstairs. It adds a whole bunch. Here's a Train Steward. Cool. We almost win on bottom floor. We take 1 damage. It is still an improvement. Alright, I think we're guaranteed to hit the reform. Alright, get him. Bounty Stalker, Burnout. Can I get him? Will he burn out in time? Maybe. I don't think that actually works the way we want it to if I'm thinking about my top floor. You see me scrolling, I'm looking at his health. Top floor we shoot. We definitely kill on turn 1. Yeah, alright, just play Rector and end this. Yeah, we would kill. So, fine. Send him. Alright, good job. Okay, we're looking for stuff and things. Draft. Yeah, I mean, draft is good no matter what. If we end up on a burnout line, then I could put, like intrinsic Hallow Drippings, Rail Beater gets burnout 1, it's fine. It's good for that. If I see the Endless, I could make Bounty Stalker go nuts, which is also options. So, I mean, the draft for sure. Hidden Passage, I think, is the pick here. You can do a lot of weird stuff that I like. Horned Warrior. Horned Warrior is excellent. Horned Warrior is really excellent, in fact. That's multi-strike for my lad. Yeah, I mean, we take him. It's a lot, right? There's a lot going on, but it's okay. Now, I'm not gonna take this. I think we sell this relic. We're okay. We are okay. Sell it. Yes, thank you. Honestly, great relic timing. We go left. I want to look at health, not health, but steel shops. Yeah, like, quick is not it, I don't think. You could maybe get away with it, it's fine, but let's look at this Horde first, actually. Sinner's Salve. It's good in a Diligent. Firewall will provide value. Vapor Funnel is also pretty good. We are a little bit vulnerable to curses on rings 4 and 7 as well. The fact that I have Diligent guarantees some value here. I'm actually going to take the Sinner's Salve here. It's not Curse Arcus. No, it's not. It's Rage. I could just take the Firewall and bounce the Vengeful Shards and not care. I think that's actually stronger, and this provides more value on every other combat. The only thing that Sinner's Salve really adds is if I see, like, I don't know, Penitent Remains, the other one, something like that, possibly. So, in that case, let's just take Firewall and move on. It's good. It's fine. I'm going to re-roll this, because as long as it's not large, a multi-strike is here. So, multi-strike tells me it's time to go in on Railbeater. Yeah, it is. So we're going to go in on Railbeater. I know what you're thinking. It could be the Bounty Stalker. It's a possibility. I'm considering it. We have 2 runs happening. If I see an Endless, you put Horned Warrior into Railbeater. You put Endless into Fledgling Imp. You play Rector on bottom floor. You dupe the Railbeater. You win. Floor wins. Bounty Stalker is not important. So I think this is a great example of a run where I'm probably going to upgrade this Bounty Stalker because he rips. But he also takes extra multi-strikes pretty well. Whereas he's not that important to me. I think the right choice is for sure upgrading Railbeater here. And I think we chill on that. You could upgrade him and maybe overstack, but I think that if I see Tiny Stone, I'm already like super hyped and it's fine. So whatever. Go to the cave. I just skipped Sinner's Salve Dante. Alright, Monster Train. Yeah, alright. You know, you're absolutely right, Monster Train. There's no way, there's no universe I ever do it in the opposite order. No universe. I always look at that relic first. And I think it's correct too. But we just get punished for it here, unbelievably. Yeah, I mean, Dante would be sick. I actually think Railbeater is fine and the stealth is fine here. I'm not mad about any decision we've made. Dante's a little bit slow. We also don't benefit from the cloak whatsoever. I have literally no magic power cards because Monster Train. I think we just straight up skip this and say, sorry, bud. Like, maybe you were the run at some point, but not today. We move on. It's, you know, fine. It's fine. I don't think there's really much else to add. We're actually higher shards than I would like to be for how weak we are, which is worth keeping in mind, but... Okay, first order of business. I think we want to disrupt this floor. It's pushback. It's not daze. Accurate. Okay, so first order of business is Rector chills downstairs. Yes. Next order of business is ascend middle guy here, or ascend back guy and then draft middle. Or I guess you actually Bounty Stalker middle and he dies. It's actually kind of perfect. We send him up. Bounty Stalker clears him and then clears itself. Great. And then we want to play an imp for sure. So let's toss some armor down. Great work. And then we can face tank 4 and 5 here and let the draft eat it. And then we only take 12 or 16, I guess, because of the sweep. You may as well toss a Dreg as well. I mean, I probably play this Dreg middle just in case it becomes relevant. Sure. Fine. Okay, top floor, we're looking at Dreg tanking for Railbeater. I'm going to go ahead and Queen's Impling middle to draw. The 5 health means that we actually lose on bottom or on middle because 4 and 5 always kill the Horned Warrior. So we're just going to airdrop in Horned Warrior downstairs and he cleans up bottom behind Rector, which is A-okay by me. And I think we just play a Train Steward and let it get ripped apart here, and that's fine. Sure. I'm looking for a Rage Buddy here, something. I'm looking for a Burnout Extender. Hey, Burnout Extender, click it. Great news. Let's Queen Zimpling upstairs, which is very cool. And Train Steward, which tanks 5 comfortably. We only take the 4 from the sweep, and we're looking okay. I may as well play the Dreg here. There's no reason not to, I don't think. Sure. Let Dreg get ripped on middle. I'll play the Drippings downstairs as well. Sure. Okay. I think we're in control here. Bottom floor is already pretty strong. Top floor is also pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and toss some Rage in upstairs. I think that's great. I actually think the right play is the Welder Helper in back to soak some of the Rage here, which is cool. And then we Fledgling Imp, which is good. Bottom floor, doing pretty okay here, right? We want to sack a Train Steward and a Dreg on middle. Great. May as well play the Queen Zimpling on bottom. Sure. Cool. That's good. Alright, I think we're kind of in control, and then all I have to do here is Wicked Blaze back the Fledgling Imp. Look, I know what you're thinking. Bounty Stalker, but I would like to win this run. So we're going to do this instead. And then I get to ascend some stuff around, which, if I'm being real with you, is going to be Talos, because I do not want to reorient the Rector business. Yes. True. Rector stays in front, and it's good. We do a respectable 104 there, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and start with the Wicked Blaze here. This is definitely Mr. Fledgling Imp again, right? It just is correct. Great news. Then we can face tank with a Queen Zimpling after ascending the guy in front. And I think we push an extra like 100 by doing it. Yeah, great, cool. We take an Ember Drain. I'm not upset about it. Cool, and in fact, we just go ahead and hit the Wicked Blaze on... Honestly, Bounty Stalker here is just as good as Rector, I think. We're already winning upstairs, so let's actually try to get some scaling here. It's fine. Sure, great. Extinguish triggers, good. Wicked Blaze. I can't fit him on the floor. It's Fledgling Imp. I guess I could have actually fit him on the floor. Wow, I forgot I only have a 1-spacer in the back. Well, that's whatever. Oh well. I could have maybe gotten an extra Extinguish there if I had thought about it up for more than 10 seconds, but that's alright. Dark Deal is good. Only if I can generate armor. If I don't have armor, this has a limited number of uses. Sacrificial Resurrection is kind of funny. Dark Deal is fine. It's probably pretty good to add some other scaling to this run. I'm going to click it. I could find armor cards, right? So it's not a big deal. Lady of the Reformed, Wickless Baron, Branded Warrior. We have the pieces. Let's skip and stay the course. I'm looking for money here. So I'm probably going to the Forgotten Boons so I can have some more cash walking into Ring 5. This is what? This is just card draw, right? Every time? Yes. Cool. Good. Great news. We're going right, I think. I want the money. The dupe here is a question mark. What do you dupe? I don't actually know. Maybe the Imp, but I don't have the Endless, so it's a little bit of a bummer. I think going left for removals is also cool. I could sell the Remnant Banner. I'm essentially not buying anything. I guess there's money in the middle on Ring 5. I don't really need this, so I think hunting the removals is actually superior. Clean up some of this trash. Yeah, we'll do that. Sell whatever this Remnant Banner is. Yeah, goodbye, bud. All good. Horde today says, Golden Vault, interesting. Boon of the Blacksmith, unironically, probably better here. I really don't want to lose any money on this next combat, right? That would be bad, I think. Oh, it would be bad, but I could take a trial, maybe? I have the Pyre Wall, which does help a little bit with this. Golden Vault is probably it, if I'm being real with you. We'll have to play very carefully, but I think it's Golden Vault here. Yeah, alright, sure. Cuts here are easy. Train Steward, goodbye. Train Steward, goodbye. You're big, you're bad, whatever. Accumulator. It's fun. It's fun. I don't mind it. but I don't think I need it. Give me the big hit. We're not going to go too ham here, are we? When's the next infusion? Ring 6? It's really just a matter of, do I want to put the... I guess I could take a plus 30 and use Dark Deal offensively. The real question here is just, do I go to 80 and go draft into Bounty Stalker? It's probably worth it to do it now. You get the quick burnout, but it also kills things a little faster, which I appreciate. At worst, he hangs out on the run, gets reformed a couple times, and chills. And that's actually pretty okay. Multi-strike on this particular combat does not frighten me. Rector clobbers big heavies up front, no problemo. Draftman. Cool. I think the actual play here is Rector in front of Railbeater up top, and we rage them out. Yes. Now, Molting Imp, getting him in there is not a bad idea, but... which imp do we play here is the question. I kind of don't... I'm not motivated about the fledgling imp business here until I have the Railbeater on the floor, and I don't think Horned Warrior does the work we need, so... what if we do something like Horned Warrior in front, give him armor, and then he swings? I mean, he's going to die, right? He 100% dies. And he does, if the 30 doesn't properly clear this, I don't think. So... is it as simple as Horned Warrior up middle, and then we airdrop in that Welder Helper, and then we just sack a Queen Zimpling middle and hope for the best? It'll have to do, I think. Alright, well, it's not a big deal anyway. I was a little worried, but it doesn't actually matter. Burnout Extender upstairs, great work. I do have the ability to put down a Queen Zimpling middle. It's good. We actually kill the man. Wonderful. Great. Sure, we actually kill a man. I can't believe it. Incredible. We get the reform. This is for sure the play, but I do think we're starting with a Queen Zimpling here, which is cool. Then we go Wicked Blaze for the draft man back. I can toss Dark Deal here, which is pretty cool. Get some scaling up top. It's good. This clears mid-floor pretty comfortably. I mean bottom floor. Mid-floor looking pretty dicey here. I think we're liable to eat dirt, but we have the Golden Vault, which is an option. The dregs upstairs are... I mean, we have a dreg coming up. I'd rather not take the Ember Drain if I don't have to, so we just sack it on bottom. I think Rector, I am going to give him the Hallow Drippings here, just to get it out of the deck. Alright. Cool. Mid-floor collapses entirely. It'll have to do. Interesting challenges. The Wicked Blaze is a cool pull. I'm trying to think what the right play here is. We are being threatened by a lot here. I could ascend something. Like, you could go Queen Zimpling and then ascend the Light Harnesser, and he only hits you for one Golden Vault proc, and then you, what, clear the floor, I think? Which is kind of neat, right? Then we ascend him. This 15 is just the armor here, so he hits 8, 8. That 1 damage does proc Golden Vault, but then he dies. This floor is now clear, and we can... I could Wicked Blaze. I think the right choice here is actually to face tank with the Welder Helper on bottom and let this guy attack, kill 2, and burn out, which is kind of neat, if I'm being honest with you. Seems good. Let's sack some units middle. I'd like to not deal with them. Okay, that's a much better play than it could have been. Alright, we get Fledgling Imp upstairs. Great work. Go team. Sack units here. We need to scale. I'm looking for Wicked Blaze into Bounty Stalker. Cool. We have so few cards here that I should redraw all of the important ones every turn. Now we go Fledgling Imp. Upstairs is chillin'. Right? Completely chillin'. We ascend the man on bottom. Sure. Get him out of there, bud. Fine. But you take 2 curses for this. Bummer. I can Wicked Blaze an Imp back here, I think. Which lets me guarantee the W and get rid of the curses. Not that they really matter all that much, but, you know, fine. Sure. Got him. Good. Great work. Rage doing heavy lifting here. Alright, cool. So we did pretty well there. I took a little bit, but it's in exchange for Scorched Steel? Sure, why not? That might be annoying, but I can get a burnout 1 on the Imp in the end. It's fine. I'll collect it. Sure. Seems good. Crushing Demise is a very hard card to skip. Alternatively, Subsuming Blade is the first ping that I've been offered that is even optionally pickable. I'm also Sacred Wicks if you really want to pick bad cards here. I'm going to take Crushing Demise because reasons. Important work. That's cool. Pirate Chomper if we think we're going to hit Transcend Imp. Kind of don't care if we do. Important work is almost certainly going to provide more value. It also kills my Imp if they live too long. I think it's right. Okay. Good stuff. We go hunt some steel shops again, I think. Yeah, we go hunt some steel shops, see what we roll into. Endless would be pretty exceptional. It's the next large stone that the game has offered me. Resonant Shard for sure over Faulty Loader here. It's great. It's not amazing, but it's great still. I'm going to go ahead and take a Burnout 1 on... Where is he? Where are you, bud? Fledgling Imp. Good job. Cool. Please don't give me a quick. Okay. We have more chances. It's so the only thing that frustrates me is when you have 2 really good hits. Like, it could show me Endless and Multi-Strike. The chances of seeing one of those 2, really high. Really high. Now, I will confess, you can toss a quick on this Bounty Stalker. The nice thing is this guarantees that he attacks when he reforms. This becomes dead if we give him Endless. It's worth noting that I don't actually think we're going to have enough Endless in this run for this man. I think he's just going to hang out and shoot some dudes and be good about it. And the nice thing about the quick helps us right now. I'm not expecting Railbeater to need quick here because he is going to benefit from the stealth. The Bounty Stalker obviously does as well, but not on his second turn. So I'm going to actually buy this because I guess Monster Train. Sure, why not? We'll look at the cave real quick. See what they give me. Honestly, Gift of Gratitude seems kind of cool here. Although Heaven's Gold plus Golden Vault is always fun. I could also take Petty Theft and try to get a Tendon Piercing on this, which is neat. If I had been smart, I might have... Well, there's not actually... Trinket, not actually a temple here. I thought about it and I was like, I could look at a temple, but it's not on this floor. It's the next floor. Earn money. The nice thing about earning money this way is that it is Golden Vault value, which is great. Unlikely for me to get many procs on this on Ring 5. It's possible, I suppose. Heaven's Gold, however, weaponizes my gold in a much better way, I think, which I like. Firewall still exists. I'm coming up on a steel shop. There is money with it. Gift of Gratitude is pretty tempting here. Just 120 is fine. Just 120 is okay. I think I'm going to take... Man, that's tough. I think I'm not going to add cards to my deck. I think I want to just take Heaven's Gold here and be okay with it. The burst of money may actually really help me, though. I think the Heaven's Gold will help me more. I'm going to take that. Sure. Because I am grabbing this money in the middle, and you can't stop me. That's pretty strong. So, Cool. Strength Stone, whatever. I think we skip this. The next, I have to do another infusion of the Horned Warrior coming up, which is fine. We at least have one multi-strike for the time being. Let's chill. It's still dicey. Yeah, of course Crystal Cloak would be here, and it's Sycophants. Sycophants pretty much means I think Heaven Seal is out of the picture. We have Queen Zimplings. I can take this. It's going to be weird, but I can take this. Yeah. Queen Zimplings are actually what enable this, right? Because you just go ba-bam, ba-bam, and you kill a man, and it's pretty cool. Okay, we actually have a crazy floor. We're going to go ahead and immediately set up Rector, Rail Beater, Fledgling Imp immediately. We also get this really sick important work here, which I'll actually use. It's already dying. I don't think that's actually helpful. So I think we go Queen Zimpling now. We play important work here, which is fun. Oh, great. Now I can't Hallow Drippings upstairs. Whatever, I can reform him if he dies. And we're going to go ahead and play the other Queen Zimpling. I think we do draft downstairs, right? For sure. I want to get Horned Warrior in middle. And so we do Horned Warrior plus Dreg. The Dreg will tank here, and then Horned Warrior clears the floor and gets a Collector. And then I think we face tank downstairs because it doesn't matter. Get rid of the Dreg. Pretty good, honestly. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. The play is Wicked Blaze on Fledgling Imp, I'm pretty sure. Bounty Stalker, maybe. I think this is a Fledgling Imp angle. Yeah. Alright. With that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and offensively play Dark Deal on bottom to kill an enemy. You think I'm crazy, but I'm not. And I'm going to elevate... Oh, I guess I should have done this in a different order. I'm going to elevate or the Clipped Guardian, right? No, I don't think I want to. I think we just crush. High roll. Game is absolutely free. Just hit. Incredible. Queen Zimpling goes middle. Face tanks this. Good job. Bottom floor is looking bad. This is annoying. They both burn out together. I hate that. Fine, I'll Hallow Drippings upstairs. I hate it. I'll have to use imps to get it killed, I think. It's fine. You know, it's fine. Blast this guy downstairs a bit and do as much damage as we reasonably can. Fine. Bummer. Cool, so the angle here is for sure to ascend the big scary man up front and kill him. Very cool. We also wish to Queen Zimpling here for sure. I get a Wicked Blaze, which is 100% going to be your boy Draft, which pummels the bottom floor into the ether. Okay, we're looking pretty decent here, right? Fine. Alright, important work. Send him to the Shadow Realm. Oh, look, we get another Hallow Drippings. Perfect top deck. Let's take the Dark Deal upstairs. Let's go ahead and drop in a Welder Helper on middle. I think it actually protects the Horned Warrior. Well, Welder Helper downstairs as well. I'm looking on face tanking as many turns as humanly possible here, so this random stuff seems good to do it. Cool. Wicked Blaze into wait for it. Fledgling Imp, I need to win this combat. Play the Fledgling Imp. Sack the Fledgling Imp. Wow. I can now Wicked Blaze back the Bounty Stalker too, which is actually good here, I think. But we should crush first. We should Elevator the Sycophant away instead. Yeah, great news. We'll play some Dark Deal upstairs, and that's fine. Sure. Sure. Cool. Alright, let's Wicked Blaze into Fledgling Imp. That's a lot of turns we just sacked off, though. That's pretty neat. I think it is the Fledgling Imp still, though, right? I have the important work in hand, which I value quite a bit. Yeah. And I think we hang out. I think we're okay. It's closer than anyone wanted. And you know what? That's gonna have to be good enough. That is going to have to be good enough. Don't mess with it. Good grief. Do I actually want wing clippings? Is that a good card here? I debate it because it's just Hallow Drippings here. Or good card, a relic. This does maybe help into Diligent, preventing me from losing cards like Important Work. I think we should grab this. It's maybe going to be a little annoying. It's hard to say. I think we should also consider grabbing Votivary. Yeah, Votivary's not bad to have. We already have a lot of extinguished triggers. We could obviously see some other good stuff. She doesn't synergize with anything, though, right? She kind of maybe gets in the way. It's hard to say. We already got past the hardest combat where she would benefit us. If we see an Waxer Snuffer, it's not particularly good here. It's not like we have any extinguish for money or something. I could take the Subsuming Blade. It's a bit expensive. It's theoretically playable, though. Kill an enemy. Actually, probably worth taking. I think it's late, but... going to a steel shop here, aren't we? It's late. It could take a -2 if we see it, although I don't feel like I want to push shards too hard here. I think we just skip. Skip and redraw into Crushing Demise a little faster. I do think we want maybe a few more spells. I'm going to actually take the Subsuming Blade. I think we can get some value out of this. Tiresome Climb is probably a good card to have. Yeah, sure. It's a card I feel like you should probably not skip. We're going to go hunt the Steel Shot because this game can't keep screwing me over. There's no way it can keep doing it. Yeah, okay, Large Stone. Look, Monster Train, I swear to God. Okay, you know what? Multi-strike is fine, alright? It's fine. If you don't want to give me an Endless, I'm good with it. At this point, I'm just going to reform the Imp every time. It's cool. Great work. Well done, champ. Intrinsic is a cool option here because you can intrinsic something that we want to use. What's Spell Chain on here? Spell Chain Important Work is almost certainly pretty sick, but it's going to be really hard to leverage. It's definitely Horned Warrior's time to get infused. Okay, Rail Beater is chillin'. Your man is doing great. Look at him. He hits 4 times. If I could see an Endless, man, this run would be so free. Spell Chain is probably best used on Crushing Demise, if I'm being honest with you. And I think I'm being honest with you. I'm going to click it. Intrinsic is Hallow Drippings if we want to keep our man alive. Magic Shops would be cool. Trinket Shops maybe are cool because they could show me Votive Key, which is awesome. Or Waxer Snuffer, which is also awesome. The Draft is just... Draft Bounty Stalker is just chilling. This guy is just vibing on this run with us at this point. This run looks really bad if I don't find Holdover... Not Holdover, but Endless. Because I'm reliant on keeping Wicked Blaze afloat into Diligent. It's true. That's very true. Do I need an intrinsic on something? I guess if Rector dies, it's annoying, right? Sure, right, if Rector dies, it's annoying. Fine, we'll give him an intrinsic. I think it's worth it. It's a lot of investment. We get 2 removals. It's just 2 Train Stewards. They're really bad cards. Goodbye. Okay. Alright, Steel Shot plus 25. Do I give up on Draft? No. No, it's fine. I am seeing a Hellvent on ring 8 because I'm going that way, so I do see a Steel Shop. Let's move on. Monster Train. I guess I could buy a removal. What am I going to? Double money Trinket Shop like 99% of the time. Let's save our cash. I think we beat Arcus, even though he is a little spicy at 140 shards. So there's that. Bounty Stalker just murders this man in front outright, which is pretty much the greatest. We're going to go ahead and Rector, Rail Beater, Burnout Extend, Fledgling Imp Buddy, Important Work him, play out some Dregs, and then almost certainly go for the Subsuming Blade scaling option, which is extremely cool. Seems good to me. Top floor, Hellborn Harvest. It's a bit of a bummer. Let's go ahead and slam this Hallow Drippings real quick, I think. And then let's take the Wicked Blaze here on, you guessed it, the Fledgling Imp, which I consider more important here. Good stuff. We're going to then, I guess, crush downstairs. Sure, why not? Play some Dregs out. It's fine. Get him out of there. Sure, seems okay. The guy burns out next floor, which is cool, so that's great. I mean, I might as well play the Dark Deal, right? And then we'll play out a Queen Zempling to draw through it. I think I'm going to actually ascend the boss because this pumps out like 500 damage. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a large amount of damage that makes him extremely dead into Relentless, which is great. Top floor is clear. Amazing. I think we just double crush middle until we hit the front guy. Oh, even better. Amazing, because now I just go ahead and Queen Zempling, we draw past it, and I just play out 3 imps here, I think? Cool, that works for me. That is a Looming Dark Shard. Alright, well I guess we're just going to shoot a man and keep drawing until we find something fun. We didn't find anything fun, so shoot enemies, I guess, until they die. And then we're going to self-ping with Subsuming Blade, perhaps? True. Sure, keep it scaling. And then I would like to finish with a Dark Deal on our man upstairs, even if it does hurt the other cards there. I mean, we almost pre-Relentless here, which is kind of wild. He's extremely dead. It's time for Wicked Blaze. Give me back my Molting Imp. Absolutely. Play it. Important Work him. Great. Airdrop in some Dark Deal action. Ascend the boss again. I mean, he takes an additional 400 damage, which is kind of cool. Sure. I think we're in a pretty good place. Oh, I took a curse. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. That's okay. We're going to play the curse, and then I'm going to go ahead and Subsuming Blade mid-floor. Incredible work. Top floor is cleared. Great job. Alright, I mean, I think I'm okay with this, right? We just, what? Wicked Blaze back the stupid imp? I guess I could scale Bounty Stalker or something, right? We're already winning? Sure, you're right. I should do this. I mean, I play in bottom floor, he actually just gets killed, so that's kind of funny. Play him mid-floor, that seems fine. And then we just Dark Deal upstairs, and that's okay. Sure, well, all important work here, it's fine. See what I hit. We'll just redraw, it's okay as well. I guess I could crush middle. Let it ride? Sure, actually, that's fine. Here is some additional Dark Deal activity. Chillin'. Cool, actually. I feel pretty good about that. We're going to go ahead. We obviously win this, right? Because we do a bajillion damage. So the action here is Wicked Blaze into Bounty Stalker. Play a middle and then just crush him for the scaling. And let him walk. And then it's over. I mean, I get the Wicked Blaze back to Imp anyway, which is kind of nice. So we'll take it. Bam, there he goes. Alright, neat. Okay, so we're in pretty good shape, actually, I think. That was some decent scaling for Bounty Stalker. Guy is living at doing 228. We have quad hits on Horn Warrior Rail Beater, which is nice. I just need to protect the floor. Well, there's Tia. I mean, with Tia, at this point, if you're not looking for Endless, you're doing something wrong. I'm going to take the Alloy of the Ancients, though, believe it or not. Although, that's completely stupid of me. I mean, we just absolutely go Transcend Imp, play it on top of like 500 Fledgling Imps and auto-win. So, that just seems reasonable to me. Alloy is nice for survivability on your man upstairs, though. He's only got the 30 health, and we need to hit that stealth stat. So, that is certainly a consideration. Alloy keeps him alive one more again, which is useful. Transcend Imp is just really good, though. I could also technically keep him alive by tossing him some Welder Helpers. Alright, Transcend Imp, I think, has sold it to me. We do want card draw here. It's for sure correct. Yeah, I only need, what, 2 of these Rail Beater bands, and then we go in. We go left here, although a -1/-1 would be kind of neat. This is actually probably the best Magic Shop we're going to see, if I'm being honest with you. It's removals, overstack potential. Yeah, we go right. This is really good for a lot of reasons. The first reason is that I get a chance to put a -1 into a Spell-Chained Crushing Demise, which crushes, both literally and figuratively. Amazing. Vortex. I want to cut hard-to-play cards. So what cards are the hardest to play? Definitely things that cost Ember. Dark Forge. I mean, what could they show me here? They give me the Dark Calling Pivot. How do I feel about the Dark Calling Pivot here? Free Reforms is probably pretty decent. There's a chance that this hits the Bounty Stalker, I guess. It's actually pretty good, right? Sure, you know what? That's actually pretty decent. It hits random garbage, and that's fine. And they're free. Cool, sure. Alright, I'll take the Pivot here, actually. I'm going to go ahead and Vortex out some trash. It's probably just some Queen Zimplings, if I'm being honest with you. The Welder Helpers may play an important role in somehow keeping my guys alive upstairs. Yeah, it's going to be Queen Zimplings. You know, if you draw multiple imps in a single turn, it's annoying. You only benefit from the 1 on the Queen's Tail, so there's that. Caverns, see what we hit. Bone Dog. I get a Purge. I'll take the Purge, though, right? We're doing okay on the other elements here. Yeah, we'll leave behind one other imp here, I think. Which is pretty cool, if I'm right. Yeah, I don't mind Dregs because they're free. They're much easier to play out than the Queen Zimplings. Sure, good. Great, good enough. There you go, Bone Dog. Have a nice day. Oof, alright. Do I re-roll? If I see Holdover, what does it go into? Important work? Maybe. Strong. Tiresome Climb? I would double stack. I would double stack a Tiresome Climb. Yeah, we re-roll this for sure. There's a 2 out of 3 we hit the goods. Yeah, I mean, Tiresome Climb is it, for sure. Cool. -1. Yeah, -1 is going into the Tiresome Climb. Because a 3 cost is essentially unplayable. If I roll into a -2 coming up, it's going into Wicked Blaze 10 times out of 10 anyway. So this -1 is spoken for. Tiresome Climb is now playable again. And we take the money in the middle because Golden Vault and also Heaven's Gold exist. And we chill. Yes. Alright, Ring 7. 150? You know, we're getting value out of this. Ancient Hate is straight up does not affect us. Yeah, it's pure positive because it might give me money. Because of Subsuming Blade's my only ping. Cool. Great. Thank you, Spire Wings. whatever. Spell Shield plus Pyro Wings gives you Spire Wings. That's fun. Anyway, we're just going to crush this man, and he's going to have a bad day. So, cool. Neat. This is simple. It's Rector on Horned Railbeater, I think, is chillin'. I considered crushing him and getting him reformed, but I don't want to add the nastiness of, what is it called? Burnout management to him. We're going to go ahead and Hallow Drippings here. I mean, I guess I could have done all that and then played the Wicked Blaze immediately, but not enough Ember to make it work without giving up the Bounty Stalker, so it's fine. Hallow Drippings, my guy lives. It's great. We go Bounty Stalker, bottom floor. We crush immediately because now he's viable target for Dark Calling. Fun. And I'm going to leave in the Purge copy for later, which might matter. You might as well pop one of these guys. They both get reformed. It's fine. It's fine. All right, great example of Welder Helper into important work here. I get the Dark Deal out, which is nice. We play out the Bounty Stalker, man. He's chilling. Bottom floor. Guy almost explodes outright, which is very neat. Fine. The floor essentially blows up entirely, but it's not a big deal. I don't really care, right? Cool. This seems good. I could separate these units, but I don't think it's important. Sure, we chill. I get Welder Helper back. Honestly, I'm not mad about it. Hallow Drippings for sure. Fledgling Imp drops in. Absolutely. We kill the Fledgling Imp. Now, my reforms are 4 possible units here. But I can... Oh, I'm so close to being able to kill this guy. 14, I can't get either kill. Bummer. That's okay. It's fine. I think then the play is we want to ascend one of these guys. Although it doesn't matter. They're all dead, right? Super dead, in fact. So I think we should self-subsume. Yeah, don't do it downstairs. Good grief. I could Fledgling Imp Transcend Imp up here, huh? Sure, actually. And then I subsuming out the Transcend Imp and we chill. Yeah, I want to try to keep these reforms. Yeah, we want to have the good ones be reformed here, which I like quite a bit. We want to play the Fledgling Imp up top because of, yeah, a lot of reasons. Most of them including I would like the stealth. But we then can just freely play the Transcend Imp here. And he dies as well because he gets targeted and it's incredible. Perfect, in fact. I'm just going to go ahead and crush another floor now. We're actually generating Ember in kind of a weird way, right? Because things are free, Queen's Tail, and then you also get the important work. Strange. Wicked Blaze here. For sure it's going to be Bounty Stalker. Man needs to come back. Cool. And I'm just going to crush middle because reasons. And we crush bottom because also reasons. Cool, great. Subsuming Blade kills a man. Incredible work. In fact, this is a very powerful line that we have just discovered. Top floor. Incredible work. That guy is going to be chilling there for a while, and that's okay. I can ascend something? Sure, right? Sure, we'll send up the front guy because he's non-threat. And then I get to crush middle, or bottom rather. And it's free, right? It's completely free. True. I'm not playing these units, by the way, because I would like to try to get cool reforms here. Cool and neat reforms are great. Transcend Imp drops in. Seems good. And then we shoot the Transcend Imp because I can. Good. Great turn. And now we play Wicked Blaze? I mean... Yeah, Bounty Stalker, let's go, bud. Get him on the floor. And then what, shoot him? This is a fun run. And then we shoot him. Incredible work. And we let it rip. And we see who we get. Ah, bummer. We got some dregs. It's fine. I actually do not care. I could ascend this man and he just kind of dies sooner. It's actually a guarantee win if I do this, right? I have 100. I have so much health on Rector. Wow. Didn't even consider that. If I ascend, I for sure win, but I actually think I for sure win anyway because I'm doing a bajillion damage in the back line, so I would rather wait to possibly hit the Wicked Blaze or some other stuff. So I think we cruise. Yeah, I mean, you hit like this, right? You get Bounty Stalker chilling, and he does so much damage, but then dies, which is pretty much perfect, right? I could crush him, but then I can't Wicked Blaze him back in the same swoop. This'll have to do, right? This'll have to do. We get one more. It's good. It's good. Yeah, okay, he does pass away. It's fine. And then we go and you get to play it like this with the important work, doing excellent. And then we crush our floor and completely lose. Good job. Seems promising. And actually, with the Dark Calling pivot, I might consider... Oh, buddy. Resin removal's got to be a pick, right? 100%? 100%. And I might actually consider duping the Draft Bounty Stalker here because he's actually contributing in a big way, and the Dark Calling means I want to kind of keep him on the floor. Funny. Imp in a Box is not bad. There are certainly things this could hit that would be kind of nuts. Sure. One more protection for a spell. We go to the right for sure. I need the dupe here. 10 times out of 10. Yeah. See what we hit into. Give me Endless, you coward game. Large Stone for like the 8th time. Spell Chain. Bummer. Spell Chain is a bummer because it's never the pick here. Give me something good on Trinket Shop. Okay, Ashes of the Fallen is what I would describe as good. Railhammer is also really sick, actually, though, right? Because it benefits Pyrewall, it benefits Scorched Steel, and it benefits Railbeater's inbuilt stuff, and I have Welder Helpers, so... Alright, we're going to re-roll this Steel Shop, because there's never a chance I take a large stone here. Never in 100 years. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Endless. Endless. Now, I mean... in the most sincere way, where does our final Endless go? Because I cannot begin to tell you how sick this could be. I can create more defense with Transcendimp than the Stealth could ever offer. And as long as I play the Fledgling Imp once, it's at least as good as the Fledgling Imp. Alright, we take Ashes, we take Railhammer, obviously. Cool. With these high rolls, you feel good. But now, let me show you what I'm thinking. You go Welder Helper into Transcendimp here. We have a Burnout 1 in the shop. The guy is nuts, right? He's absolutely cracked. You go Burnout 1, Endless, Transcendimp, and we just... all we have to do is play the Fledgling Imp once, and I don't even care about the Molten Encasement anymore. You just send it on armor generation. Yeah, this super wins, right? This is actually way stronger as well than the Queen's Impling, I think. True, in fact. Cool. I feel pretty powerful right now. Good, we finally saw it. Amazing. You know, I just had to keep looking. Transcendimp is cracked. I'm going to put a plus 25 in a Bounty Stalker. You might as well at this point. And I go ahead and we do the infusion that I just described. Welder Helper into Transcendimp. This is ridiculous. It's so much survivability. Incredible work. Spell Chain probably goes into important work here, I think. The only thing to keep in mind is that this guy does cost 1 Ember permanently, right? Because of the Queen's Implings, Queen's Tail, so keep that in mind, friends. The dupe here is going to be... Is it Bounty Stalker or is it Crushing Demise? Interesting questions. I think it's Crushing Demise, if I'm being honest. I think it's going to be hard to guarantee we actually reform both Bounty Stalkers, so I think we just dupe the Crushing Demise and blow up the world, right? You could also consider duping Mr. Railbeater and have 2 of these on the floor getting armor and stuff, but I actually think with 4 hits and enough Crushing Demises, we're okay, and I would rather protect Dark Calling from this position. So we're going to dupe Crush and chill. I could just make this a 200 shard run real quick. It's actually good. You put this in important work and you feel pretty decent about it. You can generate some echoes that way. Ember that way, I mean. Make space, play him again. Do it again! Sure, why not? Tendon Piercing I'm not taking. Great, we did a 200 shard run of it. Golden Vault has become worthless. It's fine. Alright. 200 out of 100. This is a train of thought episode. I swear we move on to Diligent. Diligent is scary, but remember, I took resin removal like a genius. So we're chilling. It's also a little bit of a bummer. I did skip the... Where is it called? I did skip Sinner Salve. So, whoops. It's fine. Anyway, here's Bounty Stalker. He just kills a man. That's kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and burn the Imp in a Box first, which got preserved, which is neat. The Molting Imp kills the guy in back, which is absolutely cracked here. I mean, we do place... I kind of want to avoid the Ember Drain here, so we're just going to sack the Fledgling Imp, actually, because I don't have Railbeater here, right? But I want to get the Hallow Drippings only on the Rector. Only on Rector. Accurate. Accurate. We take the Ember Drain then. We're just going to bounce every single one of these Vengeful Shards, by the way. Double Hallow Drippings, send them. I didn't preserve either one of them. Wing Clippings, what are you doing, bud? What are you doing? Now, getting the Fledgling Imp in the pool is probably a good idea. We'll click it, sure. We'll click it. I don't think playing the Vengeful Shard makes any meaningful difference, but I want to try to cultivate the Reform pool. I am going to airdrop in a Welder Helper here, I think. Getting that in the mix is nice. Anything I crush here is going to be very powerful. I don't think I need to crush. We chill. We bounce that and we let it ride. Alright, cool. Good. We're going to play in the Railbeater. I want him to get this Rage for sure. Good. Fledgling Imp airdrops in. We important work him out, which got preserved because I forgot that that was a thing that mattered. And we're going to go ahead and begin the Welder Helper action, which generates what can only be described as an obscene amount of scaling here. Wow. Okay, Monster Train. Point well taken. I crushed downstairs because I could maybe hit this guy in the back. Yeah, we got him. Good job. Cool. Anyway, we have it now, right? We super have it. I'm going to burn Dark Deal, I think. I guess I don't even have to, right? Literally all I have to do is play Welder Helper and we're there. Crazy. I get the Molting Imp downstairs or somewhere, I think. You might as well, right? You might as well. Play the Welder Helper. Sure, I'm going to go ahead and resin removal the boss because reasons and things. Just get rid of that. Cool. And then we Transcend Imp upstairs and it's chilling. Dark Deal in the back. Game is free. There's really not much to complain about here. The next time Diligent walks upstairs, I actually think he just dies. So that's kind of cool. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. Let's go ahead and... Molting Imp. Cool. Let's shoot the imp. Cool. The Dark Deal. And then I play Welder Helper Transcend Imp, and we don't care about the curses. But I still think I play the curses middle, the guy middle, because I don't like him. Doesn't matter. Play at bottom, it's fine. All good to me. Oh no. Curse damage. Oh, whatever will I do? Curse damage? Go upstairs, you fool. Do you just die? You come pretty close to just dying here. Yeah, alright. This seems good. Let's just go ahead and full send. Good. Great, in fact. Amazing. Let's important work him, I guess. I'll play out a unit so that I don't have to think about this too hard. Important work, sure. Oh, it finally got consumed. It's okay. Full send. Cool. Still pretty strong. We do a lot of damage to Diligent here. There's really just not much else to add about this. We crunch everything. Cool, we're winning the run, is what it comes down to. Like, we have already won the run. We did a bajillion damage to the boss there. He is dead. The second I get anything that levitates him back, it's super over. Also, thank you, Pyre Chomper. Extremely cool. You are now Heroic Pyre Chomper. I have 1,000 armor on Rector. For anyone keeping track, we're really doing it to him here, aren't we? We are, as they say, really doing it to him. Blast mid-floor. I mean, I have so much Ember all of a sudden. What do you even mean? We're so chillin'. None of this matters. I crush middle because I guess I will, and I'll also crush bottom because Monster Train. Sure. Go upstairs, fool. No? Cowardly enemy refuses to sacrifice own self. Coward enemy. Anyway, I have a ton of Ember right now. I'm going to go ahead and ascend the boss here because I feel like it. And then I'm going to ascend Hidden Passage and kill him to the best of my ability with this Bounty Stalker. I came close. There was an attempt. There was an attempt. I don't know, 2,300 armor seems like a reasonable amount. Do you agree? Press X to agree. Bottom floor is so strong we actually kill the Steel Wings. Amazing. Alright, well, Diligent is going to pass away pretty quick. He doesn't have much in the way of survivability left, huh? I can just win on bottom floor, right? Great. Monster Train. Imps. I guess I'm going to scale my Subsuming Blade real fast. There we go. Oh, you know what? I'll crush out mid-floor so I get the scaling on that guy too. Good job. And we'll kill this man for good measure. Alright, it's fine. The imps win because Monster Train video game. Here, we'll make it even stronger. There you go. Have a nice day. I mean, sure. This is good. This is what we like to see. We have turned this into Silly Imp Run, and I'm fine with it. This was actually kind of a hard run at some points. It was not obvious all the way through, but it eventually, I mean, once you roll into Ashes plus Railhammer, it's like, okay, alright, we did it. Good job. This is going to be Queen Zimpling upstairs, and then I'm just going to shoot it. Whoa, Fledgling Imp, okay, sure. Good, great, amazing. Double Hallow Drippings here for sure. We actually preserved one, incredible. Bottom floor is going to be as simple as Crush, then Bounty Stalker, I think. Bounty Stalker, great. We get the Fledgling Imp up top, which I will important work. I will also kill the other small man because I have reasons. I get the resin removal, which is interesting. I think I'm just going to put in the welder helper here, which is nice. Armor generation, I like. Get some dregs shot. I'm not super worried about... Yeah, we get a second fledgling imp here, which is pretty incredible, right? We're just going to go ahead and ignore Ember Drain. Give me Monster Train Pyre Chomper. Yo, the game is obscenely easy. I have never played a game of Monster Train that is this easy. Who knew? I don't need stealth. What is stealth is for losers. What is this? I'm taking damage from the Divinity? Rude, in fact. Absolutely rude. Let's pop off and then daze this loser. Amazing. We're having a Monster Train day, aren't we? Incredible. And then I just crush downstairs because, I don't know, none of this matters. It's all good. We hit the heavies. Wonderful. Alright, we're going to win very quickly after those turns. Amazing. How do I respond to this problem? We respond to this problem with Transcendent, aka Violence. Violence. We respond to this problem with Violence. Thanks, Monster Train. Very cool of you. Bounty Stalker doing fine work, honestly. Cool. Seems good. I'm going to go ahead and Wicked Blaze back the Fledgling Imp just so my scaling is even faster. Good. Good and great, in fact. Neat. I guess we play Big Dreg middle. I mean, I don't actually care about armor. It's like, oh no, they're farming me or something. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I do 1 billion damage. Transcend Imp. Let's go. Cool. Alright, this is going to be a good turn. So we start with... Right, we should start with the armor friend downstairs for just good measure. Then we're going to go ahead and Welder Helper 1. Or Transcend Imp 1. We then... important work. Transcend Imp 2. Wait for it. We're not done yet, okay? Don't think about this. And then we go again and we actually just win on this turn. And we daze him because we don't like him. And then, for good measure, we fully crush out bottom floor and mid floor because we're not here to solve problems. We're here to make problems. Cool. And then, because I'm upset at the Divinity, I remove his 1 spell shield and we let him die. Wonderful. Tia gets the kill. This run was amazing. What do you even mean? What do I even call this run? It started jank, and I think we just rolled into imp nonsense. I would like to point out I did skip Pyre Chomper twice, and the game did not punish me because I received Pyre Chomper twice from Imp in a Box, which is insane. 69k. Man, we're so close to 69,420. I can't believe it. Still, nice. Let's go to the run summary. This is a good one. This is a good one. The random Dark Calling pivot helped, actually. And honestly, I mean, truth be told, the random Endless at the end was just silly. I think we're in really good position to win anyway, but this, coupled with Ashes, coupled with Railhammer, just to the moon. Straight off the ground to the moon. Went completely out of control. I think if we had missed that, the way this looks is I either Bounty Stalker, assuming we miss the Endless and all the other high rolls here, I think we dupe the Bounty Stalker, we put Dark Calling on the floor with our Railbeater friend, and then, you know, we do the thing with the Fledgling Imp, you reform a bunch. It looks kind of similar to what we did on Ring 7, right? Which is still, granted, very powerful, but not quite the same as what we did to the Divinity or Diligent, where we just completely sandblasted both of them. So, I mean, Diligent died pitifully. This poor guy had no stealth, no spell shield, 200 health walking into Relentless, and then the Divinity just died before he even got to Relentless, so that's awesome. I want to say the real backbone here, though, is the Queen's Tail. We had definitely an oops all units starter with Queen's Tail opened up a lot. I think Hell's Banners would have also been cool, but the draw power of Queen's Tail was actually very important in this run and should not be underestimated. I think we could have gone with something other than Pyrewall. I mean, this was like Pyrewall, Sinner Salve, and I think Vapor Funnel. Honestly, any of those would have been okay. This was not that critical. The lost luggage was big. Yeah, and then honestly, wing clippings did pretty okay, actually. Like, unironically, wing clippings was an okay relic here. It preserved a couple important cards. I actually screwed up and slammed my important work into consume on Diligent on turn 2. I should have used another card, but I wasn't punished, and I got wing clippings, saved it. Now, granted, I think I still super win that combat even without important work, but it does speed it up, 3 Transcendence in a turn will do that, so. But yeah, otherwise I think we did okay. The deck doesn't look that good, but it gets there. 200 shards on a Train of Thought and 69k score, excellent. So, right, wonderful, awesome. 240 wins on the series. I will let you go there. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.